Hello, my name's Greg Newton. I'm the sales director for Blue Prism in Africa, and I'm talking to...
I'm Kusheel Amritlall. I lead up the research and development team for cognitive automation and AI at Old Mutual Limited.
Yeah, and so we're obviously here at the AI Expo Africa event, flying down here last night on the plane from Johannesburg. I was reading the Business Day newspaper and actually saw Old Mutual's interim results that were just published, which were excellent. But what I did, smile at is when I saw the statement from the CEO's message, which talked around, streamlining the organisation, but also talking about having 122 robots employed at Old Mutual and driving is a key enabler for their strategic agenda. So I just wanted to get your view. Obviously, you've been on that journey not a long time.
Yeah, we started this journey sort of formally April last year. Yeah. Again, partnering with DigiBlue, a preferred vendor for Blue Prism, and embarked on this journey with Blue Prism and yourselves to really find viable opportunities in the organization to sort of strip out a lot of operational costs whilst maintaining sort of strict governance and controls around risk mitigation and things like that. It's been a very successful year, I guess. We spent the first 6 months of the year last year building the capabilities, setting the foundations, getting the right governance and forums and executive sort of alignment and buy-in. And essentially in the last 6 months really scaled our operations to the point where you mentioned 122 robots. We've freed up something on 2.8 million minutes to date. We've seen an increase in Net Promoter Score, so customer satisfaction, of 22%. We've cut down a lot of dead times in our transaction handling time. It's really starting to have tangible benefits to the customer experience, not just the organizational sort of cost base, but the customer experience.
Absolutely, and for the people that are not aware, robotic process automation, at its basic level, is effectively taking away the mundane tasks that humans do, where there was gaps in technology of taking data and having to key it into other systems. But given that in the industry as well, many organisations have struggled to scale. We've worked with lots of organisations, for over a number of years that haven't made the progress that Old Mutual really has in such a short space of time. You touched on a number of points. Is there any specific ones you call out as what drove you, the exec sponsorship or what helped?
I mean, it's a pertinent question. A lot of capabilities, a lot of COEs have the aspirational intent of having a centralized capability that services an entire organization. And it's really easy to prove the value in the beginning. That's the nature of software robotics. It's the nature of Blue Prism itself. But the real challenges lie, and the real benefits lie when you scale your services. I think what's made us very successful is, you mentioned it as well, that we've had really good executive sponsorship, alignment, and endorsement, not just in the servicing business, within our IT shop, within our solution delivery shop. And we've sort of structured the right relationships with vendors like Blue Prism, like Microsoft, to start leveraging a lot of this cognitive automation technology. Another part of our success is having an unbiased young team. It's new to financial services, it's new to the working life, and so you get a degree of unbiasedness and real logic that asks the questions that haven't been asked before, that leads to great system and process design, and ultimately lead to good automations being delivered. I think that's been really integral to our success. Partnering with Blue Prism has also been really key to our success on the back of DigiBlue. Some of their skills and expertise. Look, we went into this whole initiative quite green, not knowing what the art of the possible is. And through their guidance and through Blue Prism's guidance, we've really managed to scale this service and essentially create a platform that we can start using some of the cool things we're seeing at this Expo, and creating that operating system to leverage some of the cognitive automation and AI capabilities.
And people do get confused as well around AI. Is AI to replace what is RPA or robotic process automation? And I think people don't realise actually it's a key enabler for that type of AI.
Yeah.
So, if we look at automation, using something like RPA, robotic process automation, can take out those mundane tasks, but it's not thinking, doesn't have the brain.
Yeah.
So by then using the AI capability and emerging technologies like machine learning and bringing that in, can really help an organization open up and take on more complex use cases.
Yeah.
I think one of the challenges we see here and also all about AI is it's a plethora of technology that falls under this massive AI. What is that? It's a huge catch-all, and I think some of the things that we've seen as well is organizations really struggle to adopt it and test it because there's so much. I mean, how do you find that in Old Mutual?
Yes, I mean, AI, cognitive automation, it carries with it a shroud of mystique, I guess. It's really the art of the possible. If you think of a use case, you can probably solve it with data and with, say, data science. Yeah. But whether it's solving real business challenges is another question. Yeah. You could have all of this activity, but not really delivering and solving business problems. The way we've approached it is very tactically. I mean, it's to not get overwhelmed by the overwhelming offerings that are out there, but to really tactically select technology and partners and use cases to really challenge or find problems or solutions to some of the problems that we're experiencing. Using Blue Prism as the basis, as the operating system, leveraging the digital exchange to understand, can we do a proof of value exercise? How easy is it to do this thing? And then really scaling it and maturing it. So the way we've approached it is finding real use cases and not getting excited with, we could do all of this data analytics and things like that, but really focusing our efforts on use cases that are delivering business value. So we've done the RPA bit now, and we're continuously doing it, and it's about continuous improvement, and that is around getting our processes right. The next phase is, how do we start digitizing the experience a little bit more? And with digitization brings data. Yes. And data being the new currency can be used for this knowledge mining components and things like that. So, I mean, it is the art of the possible, but it's easy to get lost in that if you aren't 100%. Understanding what challenges you're really tackling first.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you talked about the digital exchange as well. And in here, where everyone talks around around the technology, as I said, adopting it and testing it is one of the biggest challenges, because you requires IT to at some point try and plumb it into the organisation. With the digital exchange, our whole thinking behind that was similar to Apple and the App Store, was to say, well, let's make it more consumable for people. So talking to people at the event, they can go onto the digital exchange, pick the type of capability they want, download it. It's already been integrated into the Blue Prism platform. Yes. So the idea is to try and help people, like Lego, plug it in, test it. If it doesn't work, try something else. I think, and you guys have done that. So.
Non-skilled people, I feel. I mean, for lack of a better word, you want people to play around with this thing in a very easy way, and historically AI and data science has been reserved for the few that have studied it. But now we have software development kits, we have Blue Prism creating modularized components and access to an app store for people like Old Mutual to start, testing the art of the possible to solve some of the challenges that we're experiencing.
And also listen to you speak during the track as well, listening to the millennials and the people you've got in Old Mutual, such an old company that goes with such history, but the people that were driving this, you're 30, they're all from university.
I'm on the older side of
they
this.
all learn it. It's the future is really strong, I think, in the hands of Old Mutual. So, superb. It was fantastic. It was great to have the chat.